What makes someone a hero? Is it a grand, public act of bravery, or is it something quieter, something born from a single, life-altering choice? Today, we're going to talk about a man who never sought the spotlight, yet whose actions echoed through generations, saving hundreds of lives from the darkness of history. In the winter of 1938, a young British stockbroker named Nicholas Winton was getting ready for a ski trip. Europe was teetering on the brink of war, and a vacation seemed like a good idea. But a phone call changed everything. A friend in Prague urged him to come see what was happening to refugees fleeing the Nazis. So, Winton canceled his ski trip and traveled to Czechoslovakia. What he found was a humanitarian crisis. Thousands of families, many of them Jewish, were trapped, living in desperate conditions. The Nazi threat was growing daily, and children were the most vulnerable. While governments and international agencies were slow to act, Winton knew he couldn't just stand by. He made a decision that would redefine his life. He decided he had to get the children out. Working from his hotel room in Prague, with little more than a typewriter and sheer determination, Winton began his mission. He started compiling lists of children, taking their photos, and creating a system to get them to safety. His plan was to transport them by train to Britain, where he would find foster families to take them in. It was a race against time, a logistical nightmare filled with bureaucratic red tape. He had to forge documents, bribe officials, and persuade the British government to accept the children. He worked tirelessly, returning to London to manage the operation from a small office, often using his own money. His mother even joined the effort, helping him find homes for the children. He was just an ordinary man, doing something extraordinary. Between March and August of 1939, his plan worked. 8 trains departed from Prague, carrying a precious cargo of 669 children. Imagine the scene at the station. Parents, hearts breaking, putting their children on a train to a foreign land, not knowing if they would ever see them again. They pinned name tags on their coats, handed them small suitcases, and said goodbye. For most, it was the last time they would ever embrace. It was an act of ultimate love and sacrifice, entrusting their children's futures to a stranger. The 9th train, the largest one yet, was scheduled to leave on September 1, 1939, with 250 more children on board. But on that very day, Germany invaded Poland, marking the official start of World War II. The borders were slammed shut. The train never left Prague. The fate of those 250 children remains a haunting reminder of the lives that were lost. After the war, Nicholas Winton returned to his quiet life. He got married, had a family, and for nearly 50 years, he told almost no one about his incredible rescue operation. He wasn't looking for praise or recognition. He simply believed he had done what anyone would have done in his position. The story might have been lost to history forever. But one day in 1988, his wife, Greet, found a dusty scrapbook in their attic. Inside were the lists, the photos, and the names of all the children he had saved. The discovery brought his secret heroism to light. The BBC caught wind of the story and invited Winton to be in the audience of a television program called Badass Life. They told him it was just a show about the scrapbook. He had no idea what was coming. During the broadcast, the host held up his scrapbook and told his story. Then, she turned to the audience and asked, "Is there anyone in our audience tonight who owes their life to Nicholas Winton? If so, could you stand up, please?" A woman next to him stood, then another behind him, and another. One by one, men and women rose to their feet. Soon, the entire section of the audience around him was standing. These were the Winton's children, now adults, all there to thank the man who had saved them. A stunned and emotional Nicholas Winton, surrounded by the lives he had rescued, could only wipe away his tears. It was a powerful, unforgettable moment of reunion, 50 years in the making. Nicholas Winton was eventually knighted by Queen Elizabeth II for his services to humanity. He passed away in 2015 at the age of 106, but his legacy lives on, not just in the 669 people he saved, but in their children, and their children's children. An estimated 6,000 people are alive today because of his actions. He always insisted, "I am not a hero. I just saw what was going on and did what I could to help." But his story is a profound testament to the fact that one person, armed with compassion and courage, can truly change the world. It reminds us that we all have the capacity to make a difference, to choose action over apathy, and to light a candle in the darkest of times. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please consider sharing it so that the legacy of Sir Nicholas Winton continues to inspire others. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more stories of incredible people who changed history.